Good morning. Today is Friday, June 19th, a day that is also known and celebrated as Juneteenth, remembering the day in 1865 that slaves in Texas finally heard about their liberation under the Emancipation Proclamation given in 1863. And I was recently asked, why celebrate Juneteenth? Why is this important to us? And for me, it is a requirement to recognize and acknowledge and celebrate these milestones in human history. One of the places I often go to for spiritual nourishment are the writings of the great theologian and spiritualist Henry Nouwen, who once wrote, "People who have come to know the joy of God do not deny the darkness, but choose not to live in it. They claim that the light that shines in the darkness can be trusted more than the darkness itself, and that a little bit of light can dispel a lot of darkness. They point each other to flashes of light here and there and remind each other that they reveal the often hidden but real presence of God. They discover that there are people who heal each other's wounds, forgive each other's offenses, share their possessions, foster the spirit of community, celebrate the gifts they have received, and live in constant anticipation of the full manifestation of God's glory." I am also an ordained minister in the Fellowship of Metropolitan Community Churches and a member of that movement. And as a member of that movement, I am asked, as we all are, to live our lives under certain core values that include inclusion, which means that we will help identify and resist systems that exclude people. We are asked to live in community, providing open and safe environments for all people to live. We are asked to be committed to spiritual transformation, which means we are asked to proclaim liberation through invitation, inviting all people to live in God's glory as we believe we do. And finally, to have a commitment to justice, which is to seek out and identify systems of oppression and to help build systems that foster community, inclusion, and spiritual transformation. Another place I like to go is to the prophets of old, found in Hebrew scriptures as well as Christian scriptures. And I dare say one of the favorite prophets of a lot of people is the prophet Isaiah, who said once in chapter 61, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to bring good news to the oppressed, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and release from darkness." Some of us may recognize those words as Jesus's words also, as he quoted from this passage of Isaiah when he taught once in a synagogue. And so you can see that release from darkness is something that we are asked to do from a number of different places, from a number of different sources, from a number of God's voices speaking in the world. And so I ask us all to enter into this Friday, this Juneteenth, by saying out loud, "Happy Juneteenth." Will you pray with me, please? Holy and loving God, draw me closer to you that I may better know and do thy will. Amen.